Hi all, thank you for joining me for some trauma-sensitive yoga. Today's class is part of a presentation that I gave on different interventions for trauma. I used EMDR, I used all kinds of different interventions that can be used to treat trauma. And trauma-sensitive yoga is one of those interventions. So here is part of that presentation in a little bit of trauma-sensitive yoga class. Be blessed, be well, and know that you are seen, that you are heard, you are important, you have a voice, and you have a choice. Have a great class. When you're ready, finding a space where you may feel secure, maybe grounded, maybe rocking a little bit from side to side, beginning to find some quiet. Maybe quiet in the body, maybe quiet in the mind. But recognizing that this is your time, this is your space, there's no judgment, there's no bar that you have to reach to. There's no failure. Just movement. Just movement and being present in the moment. So maybe rocking, if it feels okay, maybe rocking it a little bit from front to back, if that's available to you. Remembering always that if you ever need to lean up against the wall, if you ever need to use pillows, if you ever need anything, remember that this is supportive for you. So use the things that work for you. And from here, if you would like, maybe doing a little bit of a circling with the torso. So we're kind of involving the brain here. We're getting a little bilateral movement. We're getting some endorphins flowing. And then maybe taking it the other way. And doing this at your own pace and what feels good for you. Remembering that this is your choice, this is your time. If something doesn't feel good, then don't do it. Like, please stay away from it and then join when you're ready to come back. And then maybe, when you're ready, possibly sitting it up kind of taller. And if you like, maybe dropping that chin to the chest. And then maybe lifting our eyes towards the ceiling or sky. And then again, dropping that chin to chest. And then eyes to the sky. And maybe bringing that back to center. And when you're ready, dropping one ear towards one shoulder. As we're doing this, dropping that, maybe possibly recognizing any sensations in any part of the body. For example, right now, I feel very much a lot of tension right here. So you listen to your body, recognize you may not even feel it in your neck. You may not feel it at all, and that's okay. You may feel it way down on the other arm or down in your feet. Wherever you're feeling it, recognize that, and that is perfect. That is you. When you're ready, bringing that to center and dropping to the other side, taking your time and doing what feels best for you at this present moment. Now, as we're on this side, recognizing, are there any sensations on this side? Does it feel different than the other side? So recognizing those differences without judgment, without trying to fix it, just being curious. So this is all about curiosity, recognizing, maybe instead of the tightness how it was on this side, for me, I'm feeling a little more tightness in the center of my neck. And I'm feeling it more in my arm as well. So you take stock and recognize where you might be feeling things at. And again, if you don't feel it at all, that is perfectly fine and normal. And bringing this back to center. If you like, possibly moving our head, taking that chin, maybe moving it over to the shoulder, and then bringing that back to center. And when you're ready, taking it over to the other side. And bringing that back to center. Maybe let's do that one more time each side if that was available to you, if it felt good for you. So taking that over to one side, and maybe as you're doing it the second time, where are you feeling this, or what are you feeling? Sometimes it might not even be body feelings. Sometimes your emotions may be triggered. So recognize that as well. And know that you are not alone in that. If you ever need to take a beat, take a break, and rest, that is perfectly normal and perfectly fine. So maybe sitting it up a little tall, we'll do a sun breath. And this breath isn't like normal yoga breath. This breath you can breathe freely however you feel best to breathe. So you can inhale and exhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, or inhale nose, or mouth. So whatever breathing is most comfortable for you. If it's available for your arms to lift, we're gonna do that. If not, then feel comfortable to go wherever your arms will let you go. So possibly when you're ready, maybe lifting those arms up, nice big sun breath, inhale. And then possibly pressing those hands down and exhale, recognizing where are you feeling this at, or maybe what are you feeling? Inhaling it up again. And exhale. Maybe those arms are heavy, maybe they're light, maybe they're floating, maybe they feel like cement. And inhale, lift this up. And exhale, pressing this down. If you'd like, we can do that one more time. Inhale and lift this up. And then exhale, press this down. Good. When you're ready, we'll take the opposite hand. So I'm going to take my left hand and place it onto my right thigh. I'm going to take my right hand behind and kind of gently give myself a spinal twist here. As we are doing this, possibly recognizing, again, any sensations. Maybe recognizing if there's any body sensations or anything mentally or emotionally being triggered. And remember, no judgment, not trying to fix, just recognizing and bringing in the present. So bringing ourselves back to the present and recognizing that you're in a safe space right now. And then bringing this back to center. And then maybe taking it to the other side. So gently looking over, maybe taking our right hand to that left thigh if it feels okay. Maybe taking that left hand behind and adding in that little bit of a twist. And maybe it's completely different on this side. So recognize if that's what's going on with you, or where you're feeling it at, or if you're feeling it, or what emotions are coming up. And when you're ready, bringing this back to center. Possibly, if it feels okay, maybe rolling the shoulders down and back. And maybe doing that again, rolling that down and back. If you'd like, you can go a little slower and feel every movement of that roll. And remember that you are in control of that movement. You are in a safe space. You are in control of what your body is doing right now. If you'd like, maybe taking this the other way. So maybe rolling this forward and going as slow or as quickly as you would like. Maybe lifting and feeling that motion. Or if you can't feel it, that's okay. Maybe right now you're just going through the motions. Maybe right now you're just trying to move. Maybe right now, today is just a breathing day where you're like, if I can just get my breathing in, then I'm good. And that is great. I'm so thankful that you are here and that you are doing this self-care. If you'd like, maybe leaning back a little bit, and feel free to lean back against a wall, or feel free to lean back against your hands. I'm going to kind of go back against my hands, and I've got my knees bent, and I'm going to slowly maybe drop my knees a little bit from side to side. And you can keep your feet planted, or you can pick those feet up and dropping that from side to side. Again, if that's available to you. If it's not, then Don't worry. Again, be curious, being curious about how your body is moving, what you're feeling. And then maybe, when you're ready, if you'd like, maybe sitting it up tall and against that can be against a wall or a chair. And maybe lengthening through the legs and feeling that lengthening. Where did you feel that at? Possibly the backs of the legs. Possibly, since those legs have been either crossed or up, maybe you felt that in your thighs and your quadriceps. Maybe recognizing where you're feeling that at. And maybe being okay with touching those spaces. If you'd like, maybe moving those legs a little bit, maybe to release some tension if there's any going on. And then, if you're ready, if you like, go ahead and bring your right leg towards you, if that is available to you, if that works for you. Maybe give yourself a big hug here, and then recognize where you might feel this at. It might feel best to rock a little bit from side to side or front to back. But giving yourself this time, giving yourself this space, and maybe it feels very uncomfortable, or maybe you're not even feeling it on this leg, maybe it's all on this side. So recognizing that. And again, no judgment. There's nothing wrong. Just recognizing and being in the present. And then release. When you're ready, possibly taking it to the other side. Maybe lifting, bringing that leg in, and maybe hugging this side. And recognizing where you might feel it here. Maybe you feel it in the other leg again. Maybe you don't feel it at all. Maybe one side of your body you are feeling things and the other side you're not. And that's okay. Again, perfectly normal for trauma that you've been through. All of these things, this disconnect. So you're doing wonderful at being here, taking care of yourself, doing that self-care. And then gently releasing. Nice and slow, taking your time. We're going to go ahead and bring ourselves around and do a kind of restorative form. So take as many pillows and blankets as you would like. And laying down or sitting down, however it feels comfortable for you. If it feels okay to be on your knees, then you can be here. If it feels okay to be on your side, then you can be there. If it doesn't feel comfortable at all, then feel free to lay down on your back or on your side. But I've got all my pillows and my blankets in front of me, and either on your knees or legs, whatever's comfortable, maybe kind of sitting up and then leaning forward. And you may want it even taller, so you may want to grab all of the pillows in your house and put them on top. But maybe leaning this forward and allowing yourself to possibly sink and settle into this. There may be a lot of things going on as you're doing this, a lot of feelings, a lot of thoughts, but allowing yourself to maybe find a little bit of peace, find a little bit of quiet, maybe recognizing where you're feeling this out, being curious about that. If there are any triggers or flooding, then feel free to get out of the posture of the form and take a breath. Bring yourself back to the present. And then slowly, when you're ready, bringing this up. And if you'd like, we're going to take it to the other side. So we kind of want to make things a little even. So if you are on one side, then go ahead and move your legs. If you're on your knees, then you can possibly move off of your knees as well. But again, let's sit it up, and when you're ready, if it's available, maybe taking this forward and recognizing, are you feeling it in a totally different place on this side? Finding that quiet, possibly. Maybe that body is a little bit quieter. Maybe those muscles aren't as tense. Recognizing. And again, not fear, Not failure, not concern, but curiosity and acceptance, no judgment. And when you're ready, slowly beginning to bring yourself back up. And that up and down, recognize how you're feeling there. I know sometimes with the chronic fatigue and the fibromyalgia and other things, your blood pressure might be very low. So coming up and down might cause a headache or dizziness. Recognizing that and knowing that that's very normal, and that just take a beat, take a breath, and it should slowly subside. And just taking a little bit, maybe looking around, maybe recognizing, becoming grounded, recognizing the things around you, where you're at, again, that safe space. And then when you're ready, if you'd like, maybe finding a comfortable seated form once again, whatever that looks like for you. And we're going to bring our time to a close. So you can lie down on your back, or you can go ahead and be back in that supported child form that we just did, or you might be done. This might be good enough for you today, and that is wonderful and perfect. So bringing our class to a close. Again, maybe finding your safe space, maybe recognizing what you're feeling after the class. And if you'd like, maybe inhaling, bringing our arms up, and then possibly bringing our hands down. And just some encouraging words. If you'd like, taking our fingers to the forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of love and thoughts of truth, thoughts that are kind and thoughts that encourage and uplift and do not discourage or tear down. Taking fingers to our lips. As we leave today and speak with others and ourselves, let us speak words of love and words of truth, words that encourage and uplift and do not discourage or tear down. Taking hands to heart or to heart. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day.